Primary Law 1975, Chapter 31, notice of regular the regular need of the Borough of Highlands, Mayor and Council, all requirements have been met. Notice of the transmit the after-cost testing of the consultant and public safety board. Further action will be taken. Finally, be allowed to vote on after this meeting. Speaking will be allowed a limited time and recognized by the eligible. Individuals wishing to address the council having recognized the officers shall give their name, address, and the group of whom they represent. Although the council purposes participation in the right to by officers still make remarks to and will by any individual not equal to conduct their proper decision. The council will not, during the public portion of the meeting, discuss matters involving employment, appointment, termination of employment, negotiations, terms and conditions of employment, evaluation of employment, promotion of disciplining of any specific prospective or current employee. Roll call. Councilmember Broswell?
Here.
Councilmember Breon?
Here.
Councilmember Zola?
Here.
Councilmember Ryan?
Here.
Mayor O'Neill?
Here.
Workshop, Economic Development Officer.
Great, thank you, good evening. A quick update, my last report was the last week, I did a written report. So this is about two weeks worth of activity, and I want to, before I start, thank the mayor and council again for your condolences for my sister. I appreciate it, and obviously I lost a couple of days worth of work there, but I think we got a lot done. So the first thing I have up here and there's some at the churches I mentioned we're going to talk when we get into private. All the events have been posted on all the event sites for marketing, social media. This is just a combination of what was going on. Articles, the Pure River Times is spotlighting Highlands in next week's edition. They're looking for advertisers for the pages. Kim and I tomorrow are having a meeting. We're going to be putting together the script for that. And if we need to get any quotes, I'm sure Kim will reach out to whomever. We're looking for probably a 2 or 3 page spread with that. Kim and I are meeting on Monday with one of the authors of Pitt, New Jersey. And they're doing an article on hidden gems of New Jersey. Originally they wanted to do Kingsburg, and I suggested we do Highlands, so we're going to be doing an article on Highlands. And there I think we'll be able to talk about all of the infrastructure work that's been taking place, you know, sort of like pardon our appearance while we, you know, fix what's broken type of thing. And then talk about all the other great things that are happening. And then July and August as far as some sort of publicity of what's taking place in the town. So it's not just about the events that take place, but I think there's plenty of things out there. The way it's about this. on 521. We did a tour of the town, and I brought them up to Shadow Lawn. Jonathan is the vice president of the decisions. They're interested in doing some development in town. However, because of the discussion we're having with form-based code, we want to wait until we find out what that's going to be before I really start taking other people in town. It's just not something we want to talk about. Code-based changes what the dynamics of the thing. I met with people at Sharp as well, and they're interested in doing something with habitat humanity. Especially during the training, some of the council was there. I can meet up with them and make a decision on that. I will find out. We just did a habitat humanity in Keithburg. I hate to keep bringing up Keithburg, but I just want to use that as an example. We just did a ribbon cutting of one of the a lot of goodwill. It goes to that. Not I did have a meeting with from Commerce. Love had one meeting, and I'm actually the president of the board. Epic experience, board director for the convention for the destination. Again, looking over the convention I think this is a good time to that concept as well. On the radar, so film festival over. We spoke about the possibilities for the restaurant group. I hope to have more information on that when I get to teach on Tuesday. My daughter is going to check group if they want to volunteer. I will share it if they want me to. This way, all the restaurants are on the same back to the same concept as what the back page 120. There's just so many great things going on in town, but they're overlapping. Rather than working silos, let's take a look at something together, all the restaurants that can benefit from that. And the last thing, bed and breakfast. I know
I would like to clarify one comment. The Scooby Doo's tonight's agenda, this is not approving their marketing style. This is merely one step towards approving it. This is a mandatory step. They were supposed to go and do some other mandatory requirements today.
Thank you for clarifying. We will eventually, Mayor, but that's not on the agenda yet. What we wanted to do is we wanted to put everything together first. Aberdeen and Matawan have an event going on. It's not going to happen, but we are going to meet with them separately. Yes, we are going to be part of that. Thank you. Fantastic. Thank you, Mayor. That's my report for now until we get into the agreement.
Fees. I gave the council a list of all the fees we discussed last time. We didn't get very far into it. We need to contact them with more discussion, see what we want to go with. Any notes you saw what we discussed during the last time we discussed this on April 5th? I don't think we got far. So if you want to start in a particular area and go down for whatever time you're allowed. don't know if these ordinances are by state statute or what is covered by that. We would have to look into that as well. The department is, yes, exactly. For the police officers, the first sections, I'm not sure if the statute can cover that. We will have to check with them going forward too. Yes, as well. We just need to go down the list. Chapter 2, 10-15C1, compensation for police officer by a private entity. It's currently $40 per hour, and it's recommended between 65 and 75. Those down recommendations. Those are the only comments we see back on the page. We could also, I could send this in a board format if everyone wants to put their suggestions in over the next few weeks, and to add this the next month, to add this to the next agenda for the workshop meeting in July. Absolutely. I'll be more than happy to check with the chief of police and see if he would review the police ones. That takes us down to reduction of audio and CDs. Oprah only allows us to do that at the actual cost it costs the borough. Permit clean register to make own copy of over 100 pages. I don't know if that's something the police would do. I don't think that is something that is necessarily done still today. This is about 6 from the bottom, 216.3. We have the return check fee, which is currently $25. We have the state marriage application fee and the local fee. That's all we are allowed to do by statute. Certified copies of vital statistics that can be changed. We are about midline on that. Some towns do $25 for the first copy, $3 each copy thereafter. Other towns do $10.
What is that?
That is copies of your marriage license, your death certificates, your birth certificates. Now, for anyone that needs it for ID, they need to get copies of it that are certified by the registrar, and that's what we charge for it.
Would there be a way to remove any of these fees that are mandated for state statute? I know it says the state statute, but if you could take that stuff out, take out these portions, and that's an end.
It was included because it was codified in our ordinance at one point. So some of it might have to be changed as well.
Okay.
Within the ordinance. Okay, we have corrections to vital statistics. It's $15 per correction. The state allows you to charge up over $3 for that. It's not often changed because normally it is either a typo by another registrar or some kind of issue that was transcribed. It's only usually when there is a problem where the applicants knowingly gave you information or signed off on it that it was incorrect.
Okay, so this is for applicant fault.
Yes. So, for example, if they apply somewhere else and accidentally type on the marriage license with an R instead of an N, that would be all corrected for free because it was a registrar mistake. Staff assistance for opening the community center per employee, it's currently $30 per hour. We may discuss this the last one for the recreation fees.
Rec fees, yeah, not for use fees, like use of the room. Yeah.
So when you charge $40 for staff assistance, is that's $40 to the borough?
Correct.
Or is that per $40
That would go
to the employee?
That would go towards the employment salary or cost for us.
Okay.
That would not go directly to the employee.
Okay. So there's administrative money in that.
Correct.
Okay.
If you'd like, I can skip the things I can directly talk about, which would probably be easier. The bulk items and the refrigerant are currently $50 per item for refrigerant, and the bulk items are $50 for 2 items. That was up about 2 years ago. We have had not too many complaints about that. Transfer of license place to place. That would be if someone was closing down their shop at one location, moving to another location. That is currently $5. In 2 years, we have not had one. Peddler by foot, it's currently a $10 fee, and it would that can be increased. I have had a few of those. Peddler by vehicle is currently a $50 fee. It matches the mercantile license, which is the same amount. So instead of mercantile, they receive the peddler license. Solicitor
So what is a mercantile license? $200?
mercantile license is $50. And that is an annual fee.
Doesn't pay any taxes, that's why I suggested to raise.
By the county to the.
No, to the borough.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
The $50 would go directly to the borough.
The seller vehicles, is there like an annual fee or?
Yes, those are.
Yes, these are all annual fees.
I know some, but like, for instance, we had some trucks, food trucks that came in for the Park Fest. Was that $200 to them?
No, it is currently $50. That was the recommended, was the $200.
But if we raise it, it would be $200.
Yes, we waived those fees for that.
One time.
Well, we also would discuss doing a day permit for them for special events. Right now, that $50 allows them to sell anywhere within the borough all summer, all fall. So that one gives them permission. On top of that, they also have to have, if they are selling food, a Board of Health license. That Board of Health license is $150, and that is set by the Monmouth County Regional Health Commission, and I'm sure that will be changing in the future. Same with any restaurant. They also have a Board of Health license fee that can range from $150 on average to up to $450, depending on the size of their seating and the square footage of their restaurants.
So, we're going to have vendors come in for a day, it should be a day license. What's the explanation? $50 for this day, when you come back again, or it's $200, you come back anytime you want.
That's what I was trying to explain to a lot of vendors that were looking at the special event permit before we waived it.
No, but at least you get to test the water and see if you can make it.
Yeah.
Also, within the mobile vendor license, we only allow 10 licenses per year. Right now, we only have 4 that are issued.
Look at something like that before we go any further. A day permit, X amount of dollars.
It had been like,
Right? $50 a day, $200 unlimited, or something for that effect.
On top of that as well, they would also have, if they sell food, they'd still have the day permits, would have to pay an inspection fee, or the borough would have to swallow it. That's something that we would have to discuss with that
Okay, but
virtue.
guys that do that in Monmouth County should have a Monmouth County inspection. Should be good for Monmouth County.
It's usually per event, they do ground check, especially depending on the style of cooking, to make sure the temperatures are correct. And also, there are 2 boards of health in Monmouth County. There's the Regional Health Commission and Monmouth County Health Department. So not all of them are in the same, all towns are within the same inspection range. So we may be in one, and their main focus is in, say, Kingsburg, and they're in the other department, so they're coming over and they've never been inspected by other departments.
I think we should be welcoming, especially if they're.
A lot of guys are getting paid, fire fishing, whoever that go out, so you don't really need to charge them a fee for that.
On top of that as well, they do have the fire inspection fee if they have open fire.
What is that, 70?
So we're looking at 3 fees potentially for one day.
I don't necessarily know if we've done that. It's not like we're a flourishing town with this kind of stuff. You have to build a resume here that you can make money, and until you get here, I don't know
If we do that as well, I would recommend maybe putting a limit for how many of these single day events each truck can do, because then that would also impair on our trucks that do pay for the year-round fee.
Right. So for $50 once or twice, or $200, and it's
Unlimited.
If you want. It's
It's the $50 plus the two, it's the health
The
inspection.
health,
and the
fire truck is 150, so we're looking at
What are we looking at?
200, for just the one day potentially.
See, I would tend to think that those trucks are inspected regularly by somebody. Fire officials,
Some-
someplace, and what's it change? The only thing that changes is the location from Monmouth Park to Honey Park. The only thing that changes is different times.
Yeah, they do have, the other option is it just gets carried onto our caseload for the following year. So the more inspections they do here, if we don't charge them directly, that's why we collect 150 to go towards our caseload the following year.
I think it should be lower than you're considering.
What's that?
We do 25 a day, and then just call it fire fees.
Yes. I don't think anyone would.
When you guys put on the fence,
If everyone's window's closed.
they pay that. They pay a vendor fee, and if they, if it's food, vendor, then what they're serving, they're cooking on site with fire, then they get a fire protection. Right, and if that $150 each time, is whatever the fire, whatever it is. We don't, no, I'm not saying you collect on this, is that what happens? Yeah, they apply for a fire permit, they can go to.
So say that the October fest, you have 12 people cooking. Each one of them pays.
Yeah, they each have their own permit.
Mayor, if I can weigh in here, what happens in Keensburg is in the other health department. So in Keensburg, they pay the $40 for the fire inspection, because the fire department takes care of that, it's totally separate. They normally pay $25 or $50 depending on the size of the event. And then that health department, the health department that Keensburg is in, I don't believe charges them for the inspection. So they'll come out and inspect, and that fee per event, the fees for each event changes depending on the event. So the municipality, when they're doing the event, most of the time, like they just had their food festival 2 weeks ago, they waived, the municipality waived all of those fees, and they had, I think, 12 or 14 trucks. They got like 3,500 people, or a number like that showed up. So in order, to your point earlier, Mayor, to bring people in, the bigger events, they'll waive the fees to get more trucks. But in Highlands, we have to keep in mind that we have a lot of restaurants as well. In my opinion, though, the person that goes to the food truck is not necessarily the same person that goes there. And I think that's where you need to balance it out. But I think a lot of it, as Bonnie pointed out, the difference of the health department. Your health department might require the fee.
You know, because I'm just looking like for little, smaller events. You have something going, like we have a conference here in town, in Blue Park. You have to think that you can get people who are walking there, maybe people, they can make a little bit of money, and everybody can be happy. But it has to be worth their time to be there. Because they're not, you know, it's like a hot dog wagon. You go around, when it's raining like this, because you know the guy's there, and that's how the relationship builds. And I stood out in the snow, and it was unfit for human life at the wagon went for hot dog. Because that's what I wanted, and I knew the guy was going to be there. That's what they do the business. So it has to be a two-way thing. So everyone.
But to your point, though, if you wanted to have a separate fee for concerts, if you want to attract that people and just limit it to 3 or whatever that number is, because you don't want to affect the other businesses, it's a first come, first serve. And then, you know, you reduce the fee for that, because in my opinion, that concert's going to draw people. And again, those people have the option of getting a hot dog or a tamale there, or we should be promoting, come to the concert, after the concert, visit the restaurants. So there's something there for them to pick up quickly, but at the same time, I think anything we do when we bring a food truck in, we should also make them aware that there are great restaurants in town as well.
I would prefer the local business to have the business. Okay, but if they're not going to be there, I still want to have somebody.
I agree.
But yeah, there's different ways of being there these days. But first, if you have events, then you can advertise and charge appropriately for that venue. Outside of the venue, like business, you're not having a concert or any other particular event. We're allowing up to 10, is that right? 10.
Right now, we have 10 local vendor licenses.
Up to, but we only have 4.
Only 4 are issued right
So,
now.
So potentially we have 10.
We have one non-food and 3 foods.
9 food?
One non-food. We have Penelope's, hot dog truck, Santo Ceviche, and Nick Tamale is almost on the process.
So 10 is probably a good limit for us to have. We'd have enough of that kind of thing for character, but not too much to upset the business, brick and mortar businesses are paying notice for property taxes and other services. So you have to be careful. You get too much of that kind of thing, you want to shoot yourself in the foot.
Another factor as well is the current mobile vendor license only allows vendors to start at 9 a.m. I have had interest from 3 different trucks this year to start earlier over at the C Street lot. Coffee truck, yes. And operate from the street.
Inside, yes.
But they can operate on the street.
So are they doing that on the C Street block or on our street?
They are not doing it because once they hear that the time they can only start at 9 a.m., they are not interested.
See, but just my opinion on that is, it starts 6 o'clock, it's not private property, my opinion.
They're not going onto the private property.
Oh, they're not going
No,
on the private
they want to
property.
sell on the street and get mobile vendor license.
Yeah.
It's gonna stop, it's gonna stop there, it's gonna stop. And if they do, you'll have to back, it'll be chaos. I was thinking that they wanted, the only feasible places to park to get your right
I think that the daily license should be super low.
daily license.
$10?
I think that's too low.
20?
20.
20s are good too because people get them at the ATM. It's less for us to break the trap. No, this is legit.
I think it's 20.
It's easier because we don't have to run out of change as quickly.
And I don't know that one time, we say, well, after the first time you have to buy a $200 license. I think there needs to be a higher limit. You know, maybe it's great.
So about 3 events at $20 each.
Well, and I would say if you're gonna go 3 events, you should go $50.
For all 3 or for each event?
Yeah, make $50 back in 3 events.
No, it's 50 each event. This is a daily cost.
Well, this one's not.
What do you want me to say? What are you talking about now?
No, what I'm saying is daily. I'm saying $20 for a daily.
So we do that special. Well, that's
Oh, okay.
$20 each up to 3 events per year.
Yeah,
What's an event? What are you saying when you say event?
like.
Concert, bonfire.
Or like
That's
the-
okay, but if you have an event that's a venue and you're advertising and you're trying to sell spots at the venue, because there's gonna be a larger crowd than the day that there's no event, you can charge a premium for that. If you're charging, if you have a daily rate, then that should apply for every day that's not a venue, that doesn't have a venue on that location. If you have a venue, you can charge more. Say if a guy just wants to come on some Friday, there's nothing special going on, and just set up to see what he does, you charge $20 for that. And then next week, when there's a concert in the park, is he for the same $10 or whatever you want to charge, he's gonna come and set up in front of the event. When you have an event, if you're putting out,
Your event should be separate. Then you'd be a
right,
separate.
you're spending marketing money and other things to draw the crowd, and the next guy's gonna show up for $20 and take advantage of the crowd that you paid for. So you need to get some of your money back and charge a premium for that vendor in that spot.
What's that, can you repeat what you said, if you don't mind, one more time?
Sure, so, they're in a different health department, so I don't think they have the fee.
Right, but the fees,
It's $40 for fire, and then depending on the event, there's 25 or it could be 50, but to Councilman Brazel's point,
yes.
the food trucks, if you have a lot of food trucks, some food trucks won't participate because you're cutting too many pieces out of the pot. So that's why I suggested if you're gonna do a concert, and maybe there's just different tiers of events, you define what each tier is. Concerts, to me, we're not spending a lot of money advertising, and depending on who's playing, is going to determine who's going to show up. So in my opinion, that should be a lower fee because that person has the risk. What I'm going to suggest is, if you would like, I could actually do an entire thing for you and have it ready for the next meeting. I won't be at the meeting, but I can turn it in. I can also talk to the food trucks to find out from the food truck vendors that do participate what makes sense to them. What makes sense to them? Because I'm telling you, I've been on both ends of the spectrum. We've had a lot of food trucks show up, and they never show up at another event after that because they didn't make any money. And you got to remember, the cost of the food truck is not just the permit that comes here. They're paying the employee for the setup, getting here, and going away. And if you have 3 employees at $10 an hour, right, that's $30 an hour. It's $150 they take out of their pocket. They may or may not make that depending on how many food trucks are there. So if you'd like me to, I can do a complete analysis and give you a recommendation, or I can at least give you the details so you have something to work with.
So then we can have the allocated special event.
And to Ken's point, you can do this.
You have your special event, that event, you'll have a price structure for that event.
Right.
Or then for another event, once down the road, you'll have another pricing structure based on how big the event is and what's going on.
I was just thinking about a lower cost to start because we have no background on the 30th Thursday night activity. And only cutting trucks. Right. Not only that, 6 trucks like that, nobody makes money. You know, but I think it would be another reason for people to come out. That way we can pick the kids up, put them down.
Correct.
They
See them.
Right.
Right.
From the hospital.
Right.
Whatever it might be.
Really about convenience for the people that
Now,
are going to be.
I'm just saying, know the requirements, and you know, what we're going to like to sell hot dogs and hamburgers down there. We don't have to debate this anymore, but I think we should have somebody scared for us.
And I do just want to jump in and add from a legal standpoint as far as charging a premium. Licensing fees are not supposed to be a profit-making venture. So as far as, single events fluctuating one way or another, I think that would get into legally impermissible territory. It would just have to represent the cost of administratively reviewing, all the applications and issuing the permit.
Counsel, is it possible then to, in the beginning, and I'm just making this up now, if, let's say for the first 2 or 3 concerts, if the governing body wanted, let's say the number's $25, just to have a number to work with. For maybe the first 2 or 3 concerts, maybe the council can decide to waive those fees for the first couple to see what the turnout's going to be, to address the mayor's, and I think it's a great point. People will come here if they know there's going to be food, and then this way here the food trucks can see how much money they can make, and then you can charge the fee going past that. Because again,
This won't be an ordinance by the time the concert starts. So
okay.
we can certainly waive those fees.
But yeah,
Okay.
You can work on that.
It is 7:10, we should be.
I will work
on
on that. I will work on that, and I will try to within 1 week. I will try to have that information for you so you can discuss amongst yourselves and decide for the next meeting.
Thank you.
Okay. Executive session resolution, June 5th, 2019, whereas the Open Public Meetings Act, Public Law 1975, Chapter 231 permits the exclusion of the public from meeting in certain circumstances. And whereas the public body is in the opinion of such circumstances presently exist, and whereas the governing body wishes to discuss contract negotiations, economic development officer litigation, New Jersey natural gas litigation, attorney-client privilege, grant opportunities, and personnel issues. Minutes will be kept, and once the matter involving the confidentiality above no longer requires that confidentiality, then the minutes will be made public. Now, therefore, be resolved, the mayor and council go into executive session to discuss the above items, and the public excluded from this meeting. Do I have a motion? Councilman Braswell?
Yes.
Councilman Breon?
Yes.
Councilman Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilman Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor Neal? The executive session resolution has been properly approved. Council is entering into executive session at 7:09 p.m. As per the requirement of Public Law 1975, Chapter 231, notice is by given. This is a regular meeting of the Borough of Highlands, Mayor and Council. All requirements have been met. Notice has been transmitted to the Asper Park Press and 2 times. Notice has been posted in the public bulletin board. Formal action will be taken. Time may be allotted. The public comment at this meeting, which people may be allotted a limited time, will be recognized by the presiding council, shall be recognized by the presiding officer and shall give their name, address, and group if any they represent. Although the council encourages public participation and reserves the right for the presiding officer to terminate remarks and notify any individual not in keeping with the conduct of proper and efficient meetings. The council will not, during the public portion of this meeting, discuss matters involving employment, appointment, termination of employment, negotiations, terms and conditions of employment, evaluation of the performance of, promotion of, discipline of any recipient, prospective, or current employee. Can we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Captain Rock, would you lead us in the pledge of allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Roll call.
Councilmember Roswell?
Here.
Councilmember Brian?
Here.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Here.
Councilmember Ryan?
Here.
Mayor O'Neill?
Here.
Consent agenda. Resolution 19-148, approve payment of the bills. Resolution 19-149, authorize refund tax overpayment. Resolution 19-150, accept resignation of Rosa Pace. Resolution 19-151, accept resignation of Jennifer Stroud. Resolution 19-152, renewal liquor license for 2019-2020 term. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. Roll call.
Councilmember Roswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Brian?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
The consent agenda has been properly approved. Resolution 19-153, authorized purchase of a vehicle. Motion to approve.
I'll make it.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Roswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Brian?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Resolution 19-153 was properly approved. Resolution 19-154, authorized shared service agreement with Freehold Township for C2 operator and backup. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that.
I have some questions.
Okay.
Or at least one right now. How much are we paying for
Tax sale? Okay. I was thinking beyond money, but saying that this is, operated that.
well, I would think so, but I don't know, and, wouldn't it, that kind of thing would be on the resolution?
It's in the shared services agreement.
Where's that?
Exhibit A, C2 operator, $15,000 yearly, up to 5 hours weekly. $90 hour for weekly necessity responses over 5 hours. Backup operator is $4,500 yearly. Coverage when C2 is unavailable. Administrative fee to the Township of Freehold, $4,000 annually.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The administrative fee is $4,000 yearly. We also have fees for equipment, which is the sewer jet vac truck with 2-man crew is $1,450. A closed circuit television camera truck is $1,200.
What,
Just to confirm, was that 15 and 4.5 weekly? Did you say? Yearly?
Yearly.
Thank you.
That's the same number that.
Yes, thanks.
The back truck and the TV, if we move them, that's, daily.
right, that's a rate,
Right, daily.
but it's all the same as we had before.
Correct.
Do we get, the same C2 and backup?
Same contract.
And the guy.
No, but is it the same, say, he's doing this, we have one guy out, one day doing some work, and then next week, is there a different guy that comes, or is it the same guy?
It's the licensed C2 operator. So unless they have two, I believe it's the same fellow.
And if you have to come here, you have to come during business hours? It's the same individual.
Same guy.
They have just one guy,
No, I'm not saying that they have this one.
but we're gonna get the same guy.
Right, the familiar on himself.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, is that I would like to know that it would be the same guy. If they have multiple C2 guys, licensed personnel, if the guy that normally comes here is, I tied up with something, are they gonna send a different guy?
You're gonna send it back up. That C2 guy and the backup, that are gonna work in tandem. You're gonna know the system together, just like the other two guys did.
Okay.
We got
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
roll call.
Councilmember Roswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Brian?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Resolution 19-154 has been properly approved. Resolution 19-155, authorized parking and pickup locations for a taxi. Do I have a motion?
I'll make it.
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Councilmember Braswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Brouillon?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Resolution 19-155 has been properly approved. Resolution 19-156, approved settlement agreement in matter of civil service appeal. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that. Actually, I have a question, if you don't mind. Okay. This is the first I was aware of any kind of appeal or matter. And one of the paragraphs here says that council
We agree to the terms.
the terms by the parties, which are contained in a written agreement. I have absolutely no idea what that means. And if it says, cost-effective means of resolving, I don't know, cost-effective means that there's a monetary cost.
It means
How much
there's
is it?
no monetary cost to us.
I'm sorry?
It means that there's no monetary cost to us.
Well, it might mean that, but it just says cost-effective. It just could be low cost. I have no idea. It doesn't say it. I don't know what it means.
Labor Council handled this, and I know addressed this at one point, but it involves an officer who filed an appeal. He was terminated during his working test period, and this is approving an intergovernmental transfer at no cost to the borough, and he's tendering his resignation. So there's no cost associated.
And he's moving on to another town.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
And Labor
Actually,
Council did present this.
That's now, now I'm familiar.
Okay,
I couldn't tell from reading it what it was.
okay.
So I am familiar.
It's hard to cut the contract. Get it.
Well, it mentions things here that you don't have access to, so you can't like figure it out. All right, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Councilmember Braswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Brouillon?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Resolution 19-156 has been properly approved. Resolution 19-157, authorizing municipal assistance shared service with Colts Neck Township. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that.
Wait, can I have a point of clarification? This is a reciprocal agreement, correct? That they help us and we help them?
It's primarily though because their DPW department was,
Had a lot of, yeah.
well, they lost about half of it.
Yes.
So if they need services from you, they're going to request it. My understanding is you will then tell them what the fee is, and they can accept or deny that, or not accept the fee. If they accept the fee, then you'll provide the service and they'll pay you. If they don't agree with the fee that you're proposing for the services that are attached to that agreement, then there would be there's no obligation on either end. So, but you're basically assisting them because they lost the DPW, but in speaking to your administrator, they provided assistance to you as well. So,
Right. I think they have a few pieces of
Equipment,
equipment.
yes. Specific pieces of equipment.
Okay, so if it's equipment and, because I read their separation agreement, Colts Neck that is. And, I just wanted to make sure that we have the staff in order to do the job that we need to do here in Highlands, as well as do whatever they're requesting of us over there. But now that I understand that there's equipment involved that we're using here, now I'm okay with this.
Okay, I have a couple of questions on the agreement. It seems like a real, not a very strong agreement. One paragraph says Colts Neck is under no obligation to utilize things that are involved in Highlands. The very next paragraph says Highlands is under no obligation to provide a service requested by Colts Neck if Highlands has not been in a position to honor that request. So, that's what Brian did there. Yeah. So what's the point?
It's basically a gateway, right? I mean, for lack of a better term, I see it as a gateway. It gives both boroughs and both towns the option of requesting and accepting. Is that?
Mhm.
Well, I think they have that option with this particular. In another paragraph, it says,
No.
the costs are,
We have to have a formal agreement.
have to have a formal agreement.
Because we have co-shared with them before, and that's the result of this.
We have.
Yes.
And
I believe the bucket truck that was
attach,
And it's okay for it to say, cost undetermined?
yes, everything in here is permissible.
Determine on the job. They can't put it.
Because you don't know, you see in Exhibit A, all the items that they could request of you, and then you will indicate what the cost is based on equipment, materials, and labor, and then they make the determination whether they're going to pay it. So you wouldn't know until they make the request at that particular time, and what the scope is.
So, and we're not supposed to make any profit, which I understand. What's the upside for Highlands on this?
If we need something from them.
They might have something to say.
Especially equipment one.
That's the basis of here, sure. I understand, but I'm trying to figure out the agreement has stuff that we're gonna share with them, but I don't think it doesn't say what they're gonna share with us.
That's not listed in Schedule A. Nothing
Right.
that they are
Yeah.
gonna share with us, and
That's-
what we are gonna share with them.
So-
That's my understanding, is you offer
So
your
when they
services to them.
reciprocate with a similar agreement, they will give us their Exhibit A?
I don't know if they're going to have a similar agreement, and I don't know what they could provide too.
So the benefit to Highlands is, no. We know they have a bucket truck, that's useful to us.
But giving us the ability to use services or provide them with services at our discretion.
And we can accept or deny at any time.
If we don't get something out of it, I don't understand what.
We possibly could.
We do use the bucket truck on several occasions.
Okay, but the agreement doesn't say anything about that. I agree the bucket truck is a good thing to have available to us, so we don't have to have one of our own that we just use a few times a year. But shouldn't the agreement say, like it says in Exhibit A, all the things that they can borrow or we can do for them? Why isn't there a reciprocal one that says, here are the things that that we can borrow from them or they can do for us?
I don't know what they can offer you. That's,
Sorry?
Well,
I-
Maybe, I would like to have all of it in one.
And what you should do is you should read this and go down and ask the administrator to point out all these details.
I would have,
Then
but
before you
this
change
this
here.
whole thing was totally, this is the first time I'm hearing of it.
Then don't vote on it. Abstain.
Well, I don't know if I can. I don't know how to understand how you can vote on it if you don't know what the reciprocation is. We understand they have a truck and that we use it every once in a while. But we do that right now without an agreement. I understand why we can do the whole thing without an agreement. Or if we're gonna have an agreement, they should enumerate in writing what it is that they can do for us in reciprocation. Would you sign an agreement that didn't say what you're gonna get from the other
That's on
party?
their end, Kenny, that's not on our end. We're just providing with the things that.
They're getting
willing to.
from us the kinds of things that they can borrow or get from us. We're not getting anything from them that says what we're gonna get from them. We don't have anything to write. They're gonna carry, what am I trying to say, they're gonna have the advantage out of
No,
this.
we're not having the advantage, because anything they ask for, we can decline.
Then what's the point? Then I don't understand what the
Well,
point is.
that's how you do this. That's how you.
No,
do it.
how-
Then abstain or vote no, okay, so we can move on.
So why don't you want to see in writing what they're gonna commit to provide to us if we should ask for it? The bucket truck, why isn't the bucket truck in there?
I'll ask them and see what they have.
So let's get that answer before we move the resolution. Shoot first and ask questions later.
Vote yes, no, or abstain, okay? There's a motion on the side.
All right, so we're gonna shoot first and ask questions later.
Vote or don't.
We have a motion on the floor to approve Resolution 19-157. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Braswell.
I think it sounds like an interesting agreement, but it doesn't sound like it's all there, so I'm happy to vote no.
Councilmember Brian.
I'm actually with Ken on this one, it's good of us to put both parties, I can bring to the table.
Councilmember Mazzola.
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan.
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill.
Yes.
Resolution 19-157 has been properly approved. Resolution 19-158, approve place-to-place transfer of liquor license 131733 005. Just for clarification, it is not moving to a different location, it's just cleaning up the logistics of the license.
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Braswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Brian?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Resolution 19-158 has been properly approved. Resolution 19-159, authorize award of non-fair and open contract for drainage improvements to North Street. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Councilmember Braswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Brian?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Resolution 19-159 has been properly approved. Resolution 19-160, appoint temporary recreation coordinator. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Councilmember Braswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Brian?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Resolution 19-160 has been properly approved. Resolution 19-161, appoint per diem recreation aide. Do I have a motion?
I'll offer it.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Braswell?
Yes.
Councilmember Brian?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Resolution 19-161 has been properly approved. Resolution 19-162, appoint permanent full-time cashier. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second. Roll call.
Councilmember Braswell?
Is this a similar salary as, this is point about salary, is that something that's set somewhere else? Salary.
Yeah.
Within the salary ordinance,
It's within those salaries, okay.
it's within the ranges.
Does this person have an RMC or going to be getting one? Registered municipal clerk certification? No, Byron didn't have an. No, you don't, that's right. You don't have, they don't have it to hire, but once they're hired, I
Be
think
encouraged to go to class.
you're supposed to be encouraged to go get it.
Mhm. That's not necessary.
Okay,
Not for a deputy.
Not approved.
all right. Sorry, so we're,
We're on to roll call.
okay, yes,
Councilmember Braswell?
yes.
Councilmember Brian?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Resolution 19-162 has been properly approved. Resolution 19-163, appoint temporary summer seasonal employees for DPW and recreation. Do I have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Councilmember Braswell?
Are both these, seasonal
Yes,
for the summer?
correct.
That's what we'll start. All right, yes.
Councilmember Brian?
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Abstain.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill?
Yes.
Resolution 19-163 has been properly approved. Ordinance is second reading and public hearing. Ordinance 1911, amend Chapter 2, Section 41A, summer recreation fees. When you open the meeting to the public.
Hold up to the bottom. Not interested in any of it? What's the cost? What's the cost? I'm sorry. Is 65?
The weekly charge, $75 for residents of the borough, it's $20 per week per child, and then $5 per week per child for aftercare. That's for residents. For non-residents, it's $60 per week per child, and $15 per week per child for aftercare. That's for those who apply by June 20th. Thereafter, there's a $10 late fee for residents and a $30 late fee for non-residents. So essentially, the non-residents are 3 times the cost.
And for the current residents, if they had 2 children in that last year, it cost them $35 for the whole 6 weeks. This year, it's gonna cost them $240
Okay.
to have 2 kids for 6 weeks.
What's the definition of a resident? Wait here. Steve Solid, 205 Bay Avenue.
Can you please use the microphone?
solid 205 Bay Avenue. I was just curious as to what is the definition of a residence?
It's contained in the ordinance and it was always there. It says proof of residency shall be required for purposes, it's defined as a person having a permanent domicile within the borough of Highlands.
So,
It was always contained in this ordinance.
okay, so if I own a place in the Highlands, and let's say I live in the Atlantic Highlands, but I don't have a C of O on a residence here, what happens then?
There's always different variables and it's discretionary, but I would assume that you'd be an Atlantic Highlands resident in that scenario.
I'm sorry,
You'd be an Atlantic Highlands resident, that's your.
well, I'm using that for.
Yeah, no, not you, but the.
Yeah,
Where would the, I think it probably might, if it comes to a question like that, it probably goes where the school, the children go to school.
Yeah, but I mean, your residence is a permanent address,
Right,
right?
absolutely.
So, I mean, if,
Steve, just to be clear, we use this exact same formula that the school uses of residency.
yeah, I know, but I'm just, maybe it's time to revisit that, that's what I'm saying, because you can potentially have people that are taking advantage. Similar to Sandy, where they say they live here, but they really don't live here, so.
Well, that determination and the ordinance too is to be made by the rec director and the borough administrator. So they're going to evaluate them, and there's case by case basis, right? There's all different variables that could happen. So I mean, you could throw out any hypothetical, but they're going to have to adjust that. So,
I just wanted to help out.
no.
Anyone else?
Do I have a motion to adopt ordinance 1911?
I'll make a motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Councilmember Roswell?
So I completely agree wholeheartedly with the price increase. I probably would be fine with the first, the price, but what bothers me right now is the lateness of this being put in. I wish, we were able to give people more time.
The way that we're having a problem, the last meeting, so. I mean, discuss
Still not
that,
starting,
but it was gonna start at the last meeting, or the winter
When
registration.
does the program start?
July 6th.
The program starts July? Oh,
6 weeks.
Plenty of time.
yes.
Councilmember Breon?
I too agree that they should raise, but I think this was too much of a jump, too fast, and it was too late in the season, so my vote is no.
Councilmember Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan?
Yes.
Mayor Neal? Ordinance 1911 has been properly adopted. Resolution 1912, bond ordinance providing improvements to Cornwell Street and John Street. May open the meeting to the public.
Anybody been down Cornwell, knows that there's a couple check basins for the Bay Avenue side that don't drain. Prior project that was done, we, 15, cut the drainage off between Cornwell and North Street. Contractor was notified by the locals, but who was ever here at the time decided not to take care of it. So now it just weeps into the ground. So what we're going to do is we're going to remediate the problem, run the catch basins hopefully to John Street and exit that way. Redo the curbs and paving of the road in time so you don't have dump ponds there so weeks at a time for the purpose. That's used to drain under the house. The North Street was redone, it was cut off. It was never fixed. So I'm going to throw that there. What could have cost, not necessarily the job could have been fixed at the time, who's going to cost us additional funds. But that's what that, it has to be done. So,
This includes, $225,000.
right.
225, yeah.
Because, administration pursued the grants, like this. Now that it came to this, at least it's not gonna cost us as much as it could.
Anybody else
Yeah,
have
I
anything to
said
say
it.
about it? Any questions? Hopefully, where we at now, this will be done maybe late summer, early spring. It won't be bad because the business is down in that way. So we'll get it done as fast as we can.
Motion to adopt ordinance 1912.
So,
All done.
Councilmember Broswell.
yes.
Councilmember Brouillon.
Yes.
Councilmember Mazzola.
Yes.
Councilmember Ryan.
Yes.
Mayor O'Neill.
Yes.
Ordinance 1912 has been properly adopted. Ordinance 1913 amends section 2-8.5 to establish eligibility of new construction of certain dwellings for tax abatements. Open the meeting to the public.
Kim Scorpio Shore Drive. I made the same questions and comments when this was introduced. I understand the desire to attract residents to Highlands. And we need the residents to support the businesses, but this doesn't say that they need to be year-round owner-occupied residences. They're giving a tax abatement to a developer who can sell these as rentals. They could be seasonal rentals. And now we've got 4 single-family homes sitting vacant all winter long, not supporting our businesses. I think it's a mistake to not make them year-round owner-occupied in order to get this tax abatement. It's also a slap in the face to every single family that lifted their home and gutted it and knocked it down and rebuilt after Sandy and has stayed here through all the turmoil to not get a tax abatement. But you're gonna give it to a developer up on the hill for brand new houses, for brand new people who have never been through that. It's disappointing. And, a new thing that's come up is I think we're pricing people out of Highlands. I have the neighbor, they're renters, single income, paying a lot in rent, and they have to move, the owner selling the unit. They can't afford anything in Highlands. You have a tiny house, a bungalow, on, it's not even a full lot, it looks like it's probably 2/3 of the lot, barely any land around it. They want $200,000. It needs to be knocked down and rebuilt or lifted. $200,000 just to put your key in the front door on a house that basically needs another $200,000 in expenses is pricing people out of this market. I don't know what I want Highlands to be, but I want it to be available to everybody. The grammars that we keep talking about, our history here, they're not gonna be able to afford homes soon, especially if you're giving tax abatements to people who can clearly afford to live here. Thank you.
Anyone else? Mr. Solomon?
Steve Solomon, 205 Bay Avenue. I'd much rather see the abatements used to attract some businesses into town and use that as a stepping stone to try to attract, whoever it may be that wants to come to town to open up a business and gives them a little bit of a jump start.
There is,
Okay.
For what it's worth, I'm just a shirt maker, so what it's worth, if I understand it correctly, this particular ordinance, I don't think the abatement benefits the developer directly. I think it only takes effect after,
Yes.
What's easier to sell, a $400,000 house
Yes,
with a tax
you're-
abatement or a $400,000 house without one?
That is true. That's part of why it's happening, but the developer isn't getting extra money in his pocket for it.
You're giving him a selling point, which is
Houses
very
sell
valuable.
$400,000, $500,000 in this town, but no problem, Jim. No problem selling those type of houses.
Then why give it a bit?
And 5 years ago,
They're not
fast,
$500,000 houses.
no attracting another developer in those 5 years ago fast.
And aside from that, why would it bother you if somebody bought that house for $500,000 and only lived here in the summer? You say he's not supporting the business, but he's also not putting kids through school. It's a bigger saving, and he's paying taxes full time on it. So that, just the thought of you coming up with, I want everything to be worth less,
We
I just don't
we
understand that.
need We need more people here in the winter to support our businesses through the winter. So if we become a more seasonal town, we're not gonna have businesses for the year-round residents. We keep talking about bringing the business and helping the business and bringing people into the business. We have no problem in summer. Everybody comes out in the summer.
But that's also a big money-making time for our businesses, right? So.
But don't you want them to make money in the winter too?
Yes, I want them to make money all the time. However, I also don't think that it's right or equitable to tell people that they can only buy a house, pay taxes, even though there's an abatement, and then force them to live here year-round. And to the mayor's point.
I don't think there's a mechanism for that.
To do that.
I don't do that. This is America. We put a deed restriction in so you can only buy the house if you think they're gonna live there.
No, you only get the abatement if you're a year-round full-time resident.
I think
Owner occupied.
I need to ask my fellow council members, and I'm fairly confident that after Sandy, weren't homeowners who were affected, and weren't they given a tax abatement on their improvements?
No.
You know, the other thing too is that, you know, we have seniors in town and everything, that maybe those abatements could go to people who are, you know, could really use it, you know, I mean, it's always hard to determine who's worthy of it. Steve, I don't know if you, it's not, it's a monetary abatement, it's an increasing of the tax base over time.
Yeah, no, I know.
Or you could use it in reverse also, you know, as, let's say, somebody who's 65, and say, okay, you know, instead of using abatements to increase, take it and bring it back down, say, okay, we're gonna give the benefit of that abatement to some of the people who deserve it. That's right. Okay. But it's just like to Ms. Scorpia's point. If the guy, you want 400,000 for your house, but when I come and say, I can only give you 300, you say, well, I want a new resident in here, I'll pay 300. No, you want 450, so that rhetoric you're talking about is nuts. You don't want your housing stock to be worth as much as it possibly can be. I really don't know where you're going.
I also want to address his comment in reference to pricing people out of the market. That's not within our control. We all know that, right?
Right.
It depends, there are a lot of different, variables that go into that, and that's really just, the economy and housing market in general.
I still vehemently disagree with subsidizing somebody's home who can afford what you guys are proposing is a very expensive home. If they can afford the house, they don't need the tax abatement. And if it's their summer home, which is their second home, they don't need the tax abatement. They can afford it. If they're buying it as a second home, they can afford it. And I don't like subsidizing somebody who can afford a second house. Thank you.
But I will say to this ordinance, there's very little space that you could build 4 houses on in this town. You can use this.
And I don't think they'll mind when they're paying $55,000 in taxes in 5 years. They're helping subsidizing part of your living. So their taxes are gonna make up for a lot. And if you have 4 homes there, that's a nice amount of
Chunk they
money.
were losing over 5 years.
That's one way. to
Or
look at it.
it could be
Or
empty. It could be an empty lot still, and we're only collecting on the property.
Yeah.
Yeah, they pay the land and the building, that's something.
Yeah, the basement's not on the land. And,
And it's different from the business one where it's never at zero. The maximum it is 36, then it goes down to
30%.
or 30.
It goes from 30 and it decreases 6% each year until 6%.
even in the first year, the taxes that we do get still are way more than the services that they're gonna receive. It doesn't cost that much, it costs the same to pick up their garbage as it does anyone else's, and the sewer treatment and everything else.
So they should pay full price for it.
You missed
No,
out.
no, the point is that we're still going to be ahead of the game, no matter what. And all of that goes to subsidize the people who have less expensive houses. Okay, that's the way it works with government. Somebody's always being subsidized everywhere.
Anybody else have anything else on this?
Okay, do I have a motion to adopt ordinance 1913?
I'll make it.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Councilman Broswell?
Yes.
Councilman Breon?
Yes.
Councilman Mazzola?
Yes.
Councilman Ryan?
Yeah.
Mayor Neal?
Yes.
Ordinance 1913 has been properly adopted. Other business, Miller Street, or Mill Beach. There is photos that can be provided about possible handicap locations in front of you.
This is really not happening.
Yeah.
Who put it on the agenda?
Ms. Gonzalez.
Okay. This is not here to speak about it. But I will say, my directions were to her, the DPW guy, to put that porta pot on that slab tomorrow, since they can get it, so there's one down there until this is addressed. Can't go on like it went on Memorial Day weekend. That's how that's said.
So we have two diagrams here, are we supposed to make a choice, or what?
Really, when you make a choice, you know what the costs are. And the board in excess of $15,000, just construction side. Okay. And in my opinion, it's far too much money to pay to have a toilet sit down.
Why can't we just use this edge of the actual road that is already flat, that the wheelchair can already go on?
I don't know.
The dead ends.
Somebody has to have this design, not me.
But I'm saying they're not paying for concrete slabs and all this other stuff, it's just way too excessive.
I don't know what the requirements are, I can't speak to it, I don't know what the ADA requirements are.
No, what I'm saying is that if you take away this part of the end of Miller Beach, there's the dead end of Miller Beach. There's one parking spot here, you cannot park in the middle, and there's another parking spot here. You have all of this area that's already paved,
Oh, and put the toilet right in the street.
and have no parking. What happens now, I'm saying at the end of the street, what happens now is that all the moms and dads, they park their strollers at the end of the street, people park their cars at the end of the street, and more often than not, there's not two cars there. The restaurants sometimes park their cars there. But to construct something that's gonna cost us $10,000 or $15,000, for a porta john, this is
There's a
insanity.
slab there, put it on the slab that's there.
But then there's also all these concrete walkways that go into, you're gonna rip up the gazebo, because there's not an entrance in where this diagram is. The entrance is here, and it's here. And it's coming in, so you're gonna rip out the side of the gazebo.
My understanding is, like, the CMU designed this, they took a look at the area, this is what they came up with, and these were the only two options. I can, other than that, I can't speak to it, it would have to be administrative design. May I make a comment?
Patty Catalano, 2 Carter Road. I will respectfully request that the toilet goes on the street side, as it has been for the last, I don't know, 5 years or whatever. As I said, it was a problem when it was on the other side, the house side, because it was under my bedroom window, and it is a problem, smells and all the other issues that go along with it. So on the other side, it could be ADA compliant. There is a space there, it fits there, you don't have to do any, the cement is there. You could just put it on the street side, and then people can park there. If someone needs a wheelchair, they can just go right there. It just seems, I'm a taxpayer, and I'm
We're
asking.
taxpayers too, so don't say that.
Yes, but you're not,
Say that.
if it's right where it is, it's less money.
Well,
Put
you know
it on
what
the
it is
street
here?
side.
It's a beach that needs a porta pot on it. And it's surrounded basically by a horseshoe, and nobody wants it by their house. That's the problem. You can tell me anything you want, but that's
Well,
the
there's
problem.
there's not many houses there, and the ones that it would be near, we don't want it under our house. The other place is on the street, so it's only like one house
Well,
that's,
I'm a taxpayer too, and I don't believe that driving down Miller Street, should be the beacon, like the movie at the end of the street.
well, it's not a beacon, it's there, and that people that are in wheelchairs would be able to utilize it a lot easier than going through the sand with the gravel. And to get on the other side, it would actually be impossible to do.
And the other way is less money. So I really would request that it goes on the street side where it has worked for the last 5 years.
Until it's resolved, until we have a price of what's going on and what we're gonna do here, we're gonna have to put on this way tomorrow. And somebody can come up with some kind of decision to make here, because nobody seems to want to do that.
Well, why can't it go on the other side somewhere?
Because I already put the slab there, put it on.
But the slab is on the other side, it's, you know, it's already there.
So by putting in the street, do you think that problem solves for me with this table? I can assure you that it doesn't.
Well, I don't know if she's saying put it in the street, that's Carolyn, but I think she's saying put it on this side.
Where it has been the last couple of
And
years.
if it's gonna be, for this, can we do that and have it in the component? Well, I'm looking at both of these designs, it looks like the same thing would have to be done for the proposal. Yeah. This is, I don't know if this one, because
It's just going to, you know, and like I told you, if I did not have it there, it wouldn't be there at all. But to have it be built and have the light points there, it has to be put there.
And we had complaints on Memorial Day weekend that it was so crowded and that there's not a bathroom up there. So.
Right, can it go on the street side, though, is what I'm asking.
I don't know. But for the time being, if it comes to market, it's going on that slab that I had put in. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll make the decision, being that nobody else wants stuff for the time being.
Well, can everyone make a decision from the council?
Do you see that happen?
I told you my idea. No, okay.
No, I can come up and make a decision here.
Just, all the other houses were right there.
Do you see what I'm saying?
What's that?
With this?
All the other ones?
You're saying that houses that are right there, we're the ones, there's a couple of houses that are right where you're.
It's surrounded by houses.
No, it's
Your
not, there's
house,
only one house.
Miss Hartsfield's house,
Yes, that's what it's on
Carolyn's
the
house,
other
and
side.
Jonathan's house.
Because that's only one, and she's only here 3 months after here.
This is the action.
She's taxpayer though.
Okay, but that's
And
in
the
the
three
street.
I'm
months-
taking myself out of
the
it.
3 months of the year she's here, it's this time.
3 houses to decide.
So. No, I'm not
5
saying
bucks
that,
to
that's
decide.
3 houses to decide. I'm saying there's 5 people here,
I
they either
think-
have.
No, that's what I said.
I have no problem with it going on the street side, if it's the same cost as it is going up there, there are 2 slabs. I mean,
Thank you.
I've made it, I wouldn't want it under my window, and that's how I feel, but I would rather it sit there. I know that there's, I don't,
Thank you.
if it can be put here, and it's not $20,000 to have to put there, I think it should go closer to the street. We can put a white fence around it that you don't see it when you're coming down our hill, similar to the white fence that we have out here by the garbage cans.
We discussed that all already,
So,
and this is how far we got.
right,
It's June 5th, and there's still no decision has been made.
well, I would like to see it on the other side of the street side.
What do you want to see? On the other side?
On the side.
What do you want to see?
I don't want it underneath this woman's window.
It's not underneath that
Okay.
window.
No, it's underneath the 95-year-old neighbor's window.
It's not underneath her window either.
I
You know that.
honestly, I would prefer it on the street side as long as we can put some type of a barrier there, whether it's a fence, whether it's a tree, whether it's something, that would make me happy.
That's what it means.
That's fine.
I would like to never talk about it.
Tomorrow, tomorrow what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna direct Dave Memo to have it put someplace, the DPW supervisor. And hopefully we can figure it out.
So that means it's going on the street side?
If he can put it here.
Thank you.
What's that? What's that?
So
you can take the periwinkle. It'll match.
Well, one thing I won't do is take $15,000 to have it done.
Absolutely, absolutely not.
John Burke will do that.
What?
John Burke will do that for you.
What else? What else we have fun?
Bid planters,
What's that?
bid planters.
What's with the planners? Who put that on?
Ms. Gonzalez asked to put it on after the incident during Park Fest.
Okay. We'll deal with that another
I was
day.
gonna say, since she's not here to talk about it.
But she did ask me to read her report.
Oh, okay.
The administrator's report.
I would like to thank the mayor and council for your continued support. Sorry I am unable to attend. The borough has been working on many projects. Upper Portland Road was completed. During the month of June, Grand Tour Chestnut will be paved in part with the NJNG running a new main. The Valley Street project is at the punch list phase. That's it, very nice. Bay Avenue paving is being put off until we get a go for the Waterwich Storm and Cemetery project. They are in the phase of reading the flow reports. The NJDOT continues to slurry pave Highway 36. The Borough 2018 CDBG Short and Second Road Project is awaiting the release of funds to go out to bid. The Borough's 2016 Open Space Project, the disabled ramp was recently installed for the bathroom adjusted to the ADA compliant. The molding mat will be delivered tomorrow for wheelchair access. The DPW superintendent and I are currently reviewing the shared service needs that were requested for assistance with lawn care. I will give more information when it's ready. The shared service of Code Connect allows us to assist each other when needed without calling an outside company for smaller items that just need an extra piece of equipment. Okay. An extra piece of equipment or hand. This is something that the state, county, and Bayshore is looking into further. The Bayshore mayors, the mayor can speak on this, have decided to work on the same type of agreement to assist each other when needed. I look forward to having such a relationship with good neighboring towns, especially if this will save taxpayer dollars in return. You want to comment on this? The Snow Harbor Beach was graded and rated through our shared service. The Seawright, the lifeguard agreement is approved and ready to roll. The chief of police and I met with the head of the lifeguard NHQ, reviewed communications and any needs at this time. I have FEMA NJ OEM training this month to learn a new online system. Thank you. This new system will migrate to current systems and allow for claims to be entered online. NJOEM is in review with demolition at 171 Bay Avenue. The mayor and I have met with NJOEM to discuss some outstanding items from Sandy, which we will tackle. The Waterwich Pump Station requires mitigation as well as North Street Pump Station. We will look to secure any funding that is available. This was a productive meeting. Park Fest was a success. It went on without a hitch. I would like to thank the volunteers and supporters that came out and enjoyed the day. It was a lovely way to show that our town has a walkable downtown area, beautiful parks, and top-notch tourism. First aid, I have worked this past month to assist the first aid with looking into mutual aid agreements with third-party ambulances. I still have 2 meetings before comparison can be given. The first aid is currently looking for new members to join and volunteer. If you or someone you know is interested, please have them contact the captain of the first aid and email it to our website. The DPW superintendent received word that the auctioning of items is going well. There are 3 items left on auction. The amount to be received to date is $14,700. This will be put in our trust for future equipment needs. The amount is higher than anticipated. The Arts Council will be holding their photo event next Saturday with the students that took the photography class here at the community center. The bonfire is this Friday. I hope everyone can come out and cherish the beach and music. Thank you for the sponsors and volunteers. The DPW has begun grass cutting. They recently manicured the bulkhead sign and fire department grounds. The community center seagrass has been transplanted. The 2 outside lights on the poles will be replaced as they do not operate. The poles will be removed. The association parking lot markouts were ordered, pilings were put in the front with rope. The fire marshal has used trim trees to ensure the fire vehicles were not hindered by the same. The lot was also graded. Gravel will be placed in the rear of the lot, and in front of the lot will be repaved. We are waiting for estimates at this time. The current grant applications that are being reviewed to apply are the NCDOT, the CDBG, and the open space. No.
Let's go back.
About the mayors and the administrators.
Yes, the Bayshore Conference mayors, the organization, just go back. The Bayshore Conference mayors, Aberdeen, Mattawan, Seaport, Hazlet, Kingsburg, Union Beach, Middletown, Atlantic Highlands, and Highlands. It's an organization that we're involved in that work on these different kinds of things, and we're going to look to get a bigger shared service Valley Street job, I hope you saw it, it came out real well. As soon as the punch list and whatever's done, that's gonna be striped and lined. We'd look to have top of Waterwich Avenue, that was repaid by the water company a few months ago, striped and lined. Okay, but to do it all at the same time. Portland Road will be the same, striped, lined, yellow, whatever it is, got to work with the police department and get it all laid out. So eventually, hopefully, every new street will be striped and lined so people know where they're at. So I think that's important. I think it organizes our communities and our town better, and I think it looks better for people coming in and see that there is that organization here. Plus, it makes it easier for the resident to see where violator is and the police officer also. We're still dealing with issues, the water public. With this flood mitigation and sewer program that we have down this end of town, and how it ties in with Bay Avenue, with the repaving, we're looking at 2 years out, roughly, on that job. There's a lot of information, a lot of engineering that has to go in on the front side to make that all work, to get the flows right, the direction right. There's a lot to do there, so that's going to take a little bit, but that's the cost of doing business. That's $5 million of money that is basically low interest at best, maybe all forgiven. So that's going to, we're going to take care of that. Waterwich Pump Station is an item that has been a problem since the flood. It's what's going to get down, it wasn't taken care of, but dealing with this woman, Rosa, waiting towards FEMA for years now. And hopefully we can get that tied in so that can be financed through FEMA. It's going to be tough, but it's worth the shot to take. Okay. The same with down at North Street. Just should have done it wasn't done. Now we're going to see if we can get it done and not pay as much more as possible. I believe by the fall of the year, roughly from Highlands Avenue up to the school, Chestnut Street, that loops it around, that will all be paved. That will be lined with stripe. So I think we'll be in a pretty good situation for the roads being done, especially up on the hill. You know, there's not as many roads, they're long roads, and they're being done. So that's a positive thing. I think on the overall, I think things are coming along, things are looking good. We had some discussion in the executive session about the two redevelopment places in town. One seems to be coming along a lot better than we thought, so hopefully we can work on that real hard, and hopefully we can get that done soon. Have to change it, going to whatever it is to get it. So it's looking pretty good, I think. Bonfire, like we said, is Friday. I hope people will come out. You know, in the street service, I believe, brought wood down today or tomorrow, so we should have that taken care of. We've been saving it as trees are falling, people have been throwing it out, picking up the DPW guys with it. So I think we're coming along pretty well. Okay. I'll open up the public now. Sure, if you want to read it? You have it? Yeah, I definitely have it. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. I'm much familiar with the format we don't have. Between April 9th, 2000, I apologize, Captain Austin, my first started in chief person. Between April 9th, 2019 and April 16th, an unknown person made fraudulent charges. So 2 credit cards belonging to a resident. The resident also reported receiving email notifications and an online password was changed. On April 21st, 2019, a 36-year-old male from Asbury Park was arrested in the Hampton Barn at Madison Township after officers found him sleeping in a borough park. 38-year-old Cambridge Avenue, Newton Beach, New Jersey, was arrested and charged with terrorism threats. On April 23rd, following the dispute, an unknown person made fraudulent charges totaling approximately $600.
to a resident's credit card on May 7, 2019. A resident reported $70 stolen from the center console of a motor vehicle. Carolyn Rowe, 62 years of age, East Belmont, was arrested and charged with simple assault and criminal mischief following a dispute on May 9, 2019. May 11, officers responded to C Street Ferry and retrieved a box containing a controlled dangerous substance that the boat captain located while cleaning the boat. The next section speaks about DWIs in the town. For the sake of brevity, I'm going to just tell you that there were 6 DWI arrests without listing learning. 6. 6. One digit 6. As well as 3 arrests for possession of controlled dangerous substance. Under administration, there was a meeting with Under Sheriff Bob Dawson regarding the terms and conditions of the department services, switching to the Monmouth County Sheriff's Department. That would be the dispatch. The department has started purchasing some of the recommended technological upgrades needed to facilitate the switch in dispatch services. There was a meeting with school officials regarding radio upgrades to the emergency warning system. Manpower, May 22nd, Patrolman James Tritter graduated from the Police Academy. He has started working with field training officers. The department plans to continue supplementing weekend and night shift with special law enforcement, Class 2 officers, and grant-funded officers, as it has done in the past. Grants. Again, this year the department has been able to schedule additional officers on various shifts through funding received from the following grants. The State Division of Highway Traffic and Safety Grants, 2019 Bayshore Saturation Report. Provides funds to cover the cost of hiring off-duty officers for the enforcement of driving while on state laws during peak hours on the weekends and holidays from October 1st, 2018 through September 30th, 2019. We use most of that money in the summertime. 2019 Distracted Driver statewide campaign provides funds to cover the cost of hiring off-duty officers for a 21-day period beginning April 1st for the enforcement of texting or talking while driving. So that was concluded during this period. Also, the 2019 State Pedestrian Safety Enforcement and Education Fund provides funding that will cover the cost of hiring off-duty officers at pedestrian hotspots, as well as educational outreach throughout the community. In addition to these funds for manpower, the department also received money to purchase traffic safety equipment. For training, we had an officer, Patrolman Kevin O'Donnell, who took an extensive basic crash warrant investigation course. That's in addition to what the academy, so that way we can be called in for more detailed kind of crashes. Firearms, we conducted our semi-annual handgun qualifications at the range in Monmouth County. For patrol and the first aid, on May 5th, 2019, officers responded to a report of a possible overdose. Upon arrival, officers found the individual unresponsive face down in the couch. After officers were unsuccessful at eliciting a response from the individual, Narcan was administered on the scene within several minutes. The individual was responsive to officers. The Highlands First Aid Squad, along with Monmouth paramedics, transported the individual to the hospital for additional treatment. Under community policing, speaking to the Explorers, I don't know if you guys are aware, we have a robust Explorer program. On May 9th, they participated in training practical exercises in regard to the different burglary scenarios officers are confronted with and learned the proper procedures and techniques for safely clearing a building. On May 4th, the Explorers participated in a tour of the Monmouth County Correctional Institute and learned about the weapons used by corrections officers, officer safety practices inside the jail, and officer responsibilities. Total calls for service for this period and for the period for statistical data is April 16th through May 15th. I didn't clarify that, so that's what that's the time period we're looking at. Total calls is 1,034 calls that required a response, was 13 alarm activations, 13 animal complaints, 8 assist other agencies, 8 assist persons or lockouts, 31 borough ordinance violations, 6 check well games, 3 child abuse neglect incidents, 4 criminal mischief, 4 disorderly intoxicated persons, 13 incidents of neighborhood customer dispute, 7 incidents of domestic violence, 35 first aid calls,
14 instances of a hazardous condition, 32 motor vehicle complaints, 6 motor vehicle crashes, 4 incidents of stolen property, 1 stolen vehicle, 32 suspicious persons activity, 11 thefts. Total arrests for this time period was 13 adults, 1 juvenile, 132 summonses were issued, 42 for non-moving violations, corrections, I apologize, 42 for moving violations, 27 for non-moving, 6 DWIs, and 57 for borough ordinance violations. That concludes this report. If anyone has any questions, I will answer this session.
One day's work, right, Joe?
Come on.
Thank you. Public portion.
Ms. Gorka, Short Drive. I have a question on R19-154, the shared service for the C2 operator. Is that just routine maintenance, or is that our emergency coverage as well? Freehold Township is 40 minutes away on a good day. I do it every day, twice a day. That's kind of far when we have sewage backing up, like, into our streets and sometimes houses. Do we have anybody closer?
We got that, we will be going there.
Okay. I'm hoping within the next year we can find somebody closer. Especially since this area isn't getting any new stormwater or sewer pipes for 2 years out.
That's not necessarily true, that's that one project.
I'm sorry?
That's just that one project. When we do one Wall Street, that's when we done sewer and sewer.
Which is going to be much sooner than RS.
Yes, but yeah, just as a note, when there's some kind of failure in the station that stops it from working, we don't get surprised by it. There's information that we get over the computer around like actually in the station. When something's about to happen or does happen, we know about it. We have certain kind of time. If it's a complete failure, we'll give it time to get trucks in place to bypass the station. Other things that typically go on not very frequently, and historically hasn't. You have a fair amount of time to respond, and sometimes the immediate reaction is to make an adjustment to the controls of the station, which are done remotely. So,
that's fine. I'm thinking
but
about
I don't disagree with you. Freehold's a long ways away, and
I'm thinking about the incident we had, I think it was last year, where we had a sudden rainstorm. The system was overflowed, the stormwater drain overflowed, it caused the sanitary system to malfunction, break down, overload.
Right.
And we had, okay.
no, let's just.
We had raw sewage blowing up through the streets mixed with the rainwater. And to have somebody 40 minutes away, we now have to pull that
We
to
did have
pipe.
a spill, and when pumps get shut off, the system becomes the retention of it. So like Mr. Rasmussen said, it can be alleviated. 40 minutes is a long ways away. We do have another guy who can fill in, but he just can't do it on the same time schedule. We have another job. But there is a guy that is closer that does it. But his license isn't at home here. You know what I'm saying? He has the license to do the job. But we need a guy that has a license in our town. That's Freehold.
Okay, thank you for
And
clarifying.
there is a backup, and there is guys at DPW that know, you know what, that one here, shut the pumps down there, draw the water out this way, we're gonna surcharge the system, we got lockdown caps on it, there is some fail-safe work, we can get tankers in whatever we have to do, but it has to happen quickly, and it has to happen on point.
So there is an emergency coverage while this gentleman is coming from Freehold.
That's right. And
Perhaps I didn't read the question.
and I get that phone call.
Okay.
Kenny and I both worked on the sewage department, so, you know, fairly well.
Okay. I'm very excited to see that the taxi locations were adopted for street reviews. I'm excited to get them up and running in town. I just hope, and I was hoping Kim would be here, I don't need to know. I just want you guys to figure out where the bottleneck was and why they weren't up and running sooner. You know, we started, I don't know, July last year, he got shut down almost immediately, within a couple of weeks. I sat at the January business partnership meeting, and he was there, and it was, well, what do you need to get up and running? He's like, well, you tell me what you need from me. He's already operating in Asbury Med Bank, and nobody from the borough thought to call either one of those two towns and say, what do you require of him? How does he operate? What are the pros? What are the cons?
It wasn't that we needed to require what they had, we needed to
We
come
know
up with our requirements.
His scorecard, he was fully aware of what he needed to do in the borough from last fall. He was given the list again in January, again in March, and again last month. This does not approve his mercantile, this is only a step towards his mercantile. We are still waiting for him to provide us information.
Okay.
And you were.
We move as quickly as we possibly can on these.
It seemed, at that meeting, it seemed like there was a lack of communication on all sides, not just it. Thank you.
Anyone else, Mr. Solomon? If you want to clarify the answer for everyone?
That would be a real change.
Whatever.
You know, Steve Solid, 205 Day Ave. You know, I just want to go over the planters, and I actually have a gift, another gift from me to the town, okay? I know that it's hard to understand that we're not doing it as a gift, but it is. But today I have a book on color harmony, okay, so that we can, as a town, take a look at what kind of colors we have in our facades and our businesses, all right? Actually, my wife, and it's very nice because it has a cutout here, that, and I have this book at home that I've used for many years. When my wife and I are fighting over colors, we use this, and we usually end up with white. So, but anyway, also sincerity, you know, most towns do have requirements on color, okay? I'm not sure that periwinkle, you'll find periwinkle and whatever that color of the sidewalk is on. But the second part of it was, who do I give it to? You know, because obviously, I guess it was right here since he's involved in economic development, and that's the presentation part of the town. Okay, thank you. Here's the second thing. As far as the Oakers are concerned, you know, I sent an Oaker requesting to get some computer documents, okay, regarding the business partnership. Now, you know, I wanted to run a test, so what I did was I ran the same thing in Middlesex County as I did here. No problem, Mr. Solomon. Here you go. All the computerized documents for all the individuals that I seek to and from. Got 5 copies, 5 cents a page. No problem. So what I'm saying is that you have to do a better job of this. I mean, if I can get all these documents from Middlesex County without a problem, and I ask the same question here and not be able to get an answer, then, you know, there's a systemic issue that exists. You know, the IRS rules and regulations as far as nonprofits say that you have to have your files organized for public access. Not physically, but you should be able to go and get those documents that have been requested and give them to whoever is making that request. So I think it's something that needs to be looked at. Mr. Mayor, you're the business partnership liaison, and the guy in charge.
So what did you ask?
What did I ask? What
You asked the borough for those?
I asked the borough, yeah, okay. I asked the borough, and I think there was $100 charge an hour or whatever it was, you know.
That's your IT
I
provider.
can assure you, I don't understand.
That's the IT providers.
Well, you know, but this is a reality that every town has to deal with, okay? So what I'm saying is that this is probably not gonna stop until there's a solution to whatever we're working on. And it's probably gonna continue with other things where you need to have the citizens in the town know what's going on. All right, so
you know, I'm just saying that it really needs to be looked at. Now, I'm gonna probably resubmit, and I'm gonna see if I can get my answer. But the other thing too is that when I sent these to Middlesex, they go through the prosecutor. Okay, and then from the prosecutor it gets filtered to whoever needs to answer the Oprah request. So maybe we should talk to Chris in the Monmouth County Prosecutor's Office and see what he can do to help us. Maybe we should be filing them through the prosecutor's office and let them come to us so that there's no, you know, that the citizens can get answers to their questions. Do you have any questions for me? Okay. I'm done. Thank you very much.
So a motion to adjourn? All in favor?
Aye.
The meeting is adjourned at 9:52 PM. You do not have to take down tonight.